It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2022 Hampton City Schools Academic Excellence Banquet. My name is John Caggiano. I'm the Deputy Superintendent here in Hampton for Curriculum Instruction and Assessment. This evening, we are gathered here to recognize the great accomplishments of our students. And while tonight is certainly a night to celebrate, before we begin, I would like for us to take a moment to acknowledge the lives of the students and staff who were victims in the school shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas on Tuesday. We know that school should be a safe place for young people and staff members, and even though this occurred hundreds of miles away, it certainly does impact, and the impact is being felt everywhere. So at this time, I would ask that you join me in a silent moment of reflection and remembrance. Thank you. I would now like to introduce some of our guests in attendance, but before I do, I would ask that you join me, and I know they're just exiting the stage, but join me in a round of applause for the HCS Steel Drum Ensemble. They were led under the direction of Miss Jacqueline Statina from Tarrant Middle School, who is the band director over there. And we certainly appreciate them joining us this evening and for providing such great entertainment as we were getting started. And I know they're on their way to Chick-fil-A as a group, so they'll have a sit-down dinner of their own this evening. I'd now like to introduce some of our guests in attendance. My pleasure to introduce our school board chair, Dr. Richard Mason. Our school board vice chair, Ms. Ann Cherry. School board member Stephanie Jackson Afanja. School board member Tina Banks Gray. School board member Joe Kilgore. School board member Jason Samuels. School board member Dr. Reginald Woodhouse. And also joining us this evening as an arm of the school board, our student representative from Hampton High School, Ms. Tamia Kelly. This evening we're also represented by a number of members of the Hampton City Council, and I know some of them I think are in traffic on their way, but Mayor Donnie Tuck, Vice Mayor Jimmy Gray, Councilman Chris Bowman, Councilman Steve Brown, Councilwoman Michelle Farabee, Councilman Billy Hobbs, and Councilwoman Eleanor Brown, just to make sure. Also representing the city tonight in a dual role, city manager as well as mother, Miss Mary Bunting. Next, I'd like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools and our esteemed leader, Dr. Jeffrey Smith. We also have several members of the division leadership team in attendance this evening. Chief of Secondary School Leadership, Dr. Raymond Haynes. Chief of Elementary School Leadership and Compensatory Programs, Dr. Stacia Barreau. Executive Director of Student Support, Ms. Trina Hatcher. And our Director of Community and Legislative Relations, Ms. Ann Bain. Councilman Steve Brown, I know while you're up right there, Mr. Steve Brown, thank you. Just a few more introductions. I'd like to introduce our Senior Director for Secondary School Leadership, Ms. Amber Brown. And then some of the stars of the show tonight, 4 individuals representing Bethel High School, Executive Principal Ralph Saunders. Representing Hampton High School, Ms. Shamika Pollard, Executive Principal. Representing Kecoughtan High School, Dr. Violet Whiteman. And the Executive Principal at Phoebus High School, Mr. James Harris. To all of our guests, particularly parents, guardians, and family members of tonight's honorees, thank you for joining us this evening and for your continued support of this outstanding group of scholars. Students, tonight we are here to honor you for your outstanding accomplishments. You'll be recognized for your academic performance, be it your GPA, your standing in your class, or your performance on the SAT or ACT. On behalf of Dr. Smith and members of the division leadership team, I'd like to congratulate you all on your success to date and applaud you, as the mayor did, for your commitment to excellence as well as your perseverance. While it really is significant to be recognized any year for this particular event, your attendance here this evening, this year, speaks volumes about your academic accomplishments thus far, but perhaps even more so about who you are as individuals and what you will accomplish in the future. For example, perseverance that this group of honorees has demonstrated in recent years, as we know, is quite a feat, and highlights not only your academic aptitude and work ethic, but your strength to forge ahead in times of uncertainty and times when you are faced with obstacles you may not realize are right around the corner. As Helen Keller noted once when talking about perseverance, she said, I quote, "A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn." Students, your attendance here this evening signifies that you are already on the road to success and that you possess the skill sets, many of which are outlined in our Hampton City Schools Portrait of a Graduate, that will no doubt lead to a successful journey, no matter the bends in the road. Again, congratulations on being recognized this evening, and I wish you much success in the continued future. Students, again, we're looking forward to celebrating you individually this evening. At this time, I do ask that you enjoy each other's companies at your table, and dinner will be served.
It is certainly a pleasure to see all of you out here this evening that have come out to celebrate our students. When we have moments like this, I'm always amazed that we don't have any media representation. When we look at our students doing some great things, especially in Hampton City Schools, because I take you guys with me everywhere I go. And as soon as someone mentions education and academics, I'm quick to talk about what it is that we're doing here in Hampton City Schools. When I talk about our graduation rate, when I talk about our low dropout rate, and all of the things that we're doing within our academies and all, it's amazing. You all are doing some remarkable things here in Hampton City Schools. Your parents are being very supportive of what we're doing and what you all are doing, and you can't do it without a very positive support system. We have our city council here. We know that it takes a community in order to do the things that we do within Hampton City Schools, and we're very thankful for the relationship that Hampton City Schools has with the city council and how they support what it is that we're doing. We're thankful for the community that comes into play when it comes to our academies, when it comes to our elementary schools and our middle schools. We all have to work together. So on today, I want to celebrate our community, but most importantly, celebrate each and every one of you here today that will be honored. So congratulations to you, congratulations to your parents, and thank you for all you do to make Hampton City Schools look great.
Thank you, Dr. Mason. Thank you for your leadership and your continued support of our school board. It's now my honor to introduce our guest speaker for the evening, Mr. Kenneth Jalen Ferguson. Kenneth is a resident of Hampton, Virginia, and a 2021 graduate of Phoebus High School, and he was sharing at dinner, it's hard to believe, just 3 years ago. Students, he was sitting where you are this evening. While at Phoebus, he served as the senior class president. Kenneth is a member of the first graduating class of the Academy of College Experience, also known as the ACE Academy, where he received an associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College prior to walking across the stage to receive his high school graduation diploma. He ranked third in his graduating class with a grade point average of 4.55. Kenneth has also received numerous academic and school awards. In 2016, he received the Hampton City Schools Award for Outstanding Academic Excellence, Cannon's Educational Achievement Award for Outstanding Student, and was the winner of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Oratorical. He is a member of the Calvary Community Church. Kenneth participated in several extracurricular activities while in high school. He was a member of the Phoebus track team, the marching band, member of the Kappa League, and he served as a YMCA summer counselor in training. Additionally, he holds a black belt in Taekwondo. After high school, Kenneth received a full ride, a full scholarship, full academic scholarship to the College of William & Mary, where he's currently majoring in psychology with a minor in film and media. And since being at the College of William & Mary, Kenneth has been a member of the college's pep band, chess club, and an actor in the school play entitled Love Canal. He's a member of the Black Student Organization and holds the position as the social coordinator of the African American Male Coalition. Kenneth also recently became a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and this summer he'll be actually doing an internship with Wavy 10 on the South Side. Thank you, Kenneth. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kenneth Ferguson to the podium.
Y'all hear me? This good? Good evening, everybody. Good evening, students, parents, and special guests. I'm very honored today to speak with you today. First things first, I would like to congratulate every single student in this room on being the top 2 in their class in Hampton City Schools. This achievement should not be taken for granted. I remember not too long ago, I was sitting here in the same room in the same seats just like all of you, just waiting for the guest speaker to finish up their speech so I could eat the food that was on my plate. So I do understand, so I'm going to try to make this quick as I can. It was only 3 years ago. I was number 2 in my class as a sophomore at Phoebus High School. And just like the rest of you, I had a very competitive spirit in trying to strive for achievement in every field of human endeavor. I came up with different strategies like enrolling in summer courses or pulling multiple all-nighters. However, as you all know, it is incredibly challenging to keep up your status quo once you start climbing up those ranks. When you are ranked number 2, you have to maintain your position while trying to push forward to be number 1, while also being aware of people that are trying to come for your spot. Number 1 has a burden on their shoulders as well. It's very easy to get complacent when you're at the top. However, you always have to stay focused. Number 2 is trying to be number 1, number 3 is trying to be number 2, and the pattern just continues. There will always be someone who's going to try to take your place. That's just how it is in the real world. We should always strive for excellence in all that we do. But remember that in life, there will be times when we face challenges or obstacles that will try to distract you from your original plans. My suggestion to you today is to always maintain balance in your life. Study hard, but remember that you need to have fun as well. Take time to communicate with your family and friends about how you're doing. You have the whole world ahead of you. It's exciting to rank top at your class, but don't forget that it's okay to not be perfect. None of us are. I want you to know that it's important to always love yourself and to show others love as well. Being a good person is very important. How you treat people in life can go a long way. I've always found that it's important to take time out your day to talk to the person that sits by themselves or introduce to someone who might not be so popular. Learn to respect people for who they are. Be kind to people. Now, for some of you, this is your senior year. Let me tell you something. Life will change as you enter college and venture out into the real world. Those comforts of high school and home will change because you will become young adults with responsibilities and will be on a path to life-changing decisions. Someone told me before going to college that the choices you make in the next 5 years will determine your path of life. That is very true. Because ever since I've graduated, I've seen quite a few of my fellow peers get off track. But that doesn't mean you have to stay off course. Regardless of where you ranked in school or position that you might hold in this world, remember that in life, it is not just about you. We were put here for a greater cause. It's about leaving your footprint to make a difference in this world. It is about making a world a better place to live. Go out and accomplish great things. Since I am speaking with the 2 highest ranking students in the city of Hampton, I'm going to leave you all with 2 points here before I finish. 1, don't let people or labels define who you are. The only person who can tell you who you are is you. The only way that someone can tell you who you are is if you choose to listen. Don't get so comfortable with the rank status that you hold now. Remember, I told you I came here my sophomore year, but I never returned. That's because I let one class bring my GPA down. Because of that one class, I missed being valedictorian by .003. And I missed salutatorian by .001. I thought everything that I worked for was for nothing since my goal since freshman year was to be number 1. And looking back now, that was silly. Although it is a great achievement, especially something to put on your resume or brag to family members about. People want to know what you're going to do next. I might not have been able to come back to this banquet as the top 2 rankings in my class, but I was able to come back and speak to the students who are, to pass knowledge that I hope you will take far within your lifetime. Since entering college this fall, I had to realize the importance of time management, focus, and discipline. I encourage you to continue to work hard, because you can do anything you set your mind to. Which leads me to my second and final message. Have a goal. Every person in life reaches for something they want. Without a goal, it seems like things we do are meaningless. Having a goal helps you want to achieve, helps you get out of bed early and try to conquer the day. It gives you motivation to do things that you thought you might not be able to do. Setting goals help trigger new behaviors, helps guide your focus, and helps you sustain that momentum in life. Whatever your goal is, whether it's going to college or being in entertainment, joining the military, whatever you choose it to be the best at whatever you strive to do. But don't have a plan with no action. Have a goal. Plan things out. Be organized. By doing this, you will set yourself up for success. You don't have to be the best in the world, but each day strive to be better than yourself, to be the best you. A fraternity brother once told me that our purpose is greatness every day, every way. Stick by those words and do not let anyone drag you down. For those of you who are freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, listen to me as well. Just as I was telling the seniors about getting ready to go to college and being in the real world, you're not too far away yourself. Your college years will go by in the blink of an eye, but that same concept goes for high school as well. It will be over before you know it. So enjoy the moment. Make sure you never stop striving to be better. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. Don't accept no. Knock on doors. Ask questions. Push hard. Break barriers and make this world a better place than what we found it. And don't forget, have fun and enjoy the moment. Tomorrow is not promised to any one of us. So we have to find joy and comfort in this crazy world that we live in. I can honestly say that I am truly proud of every one of you today. Truly. I do see a lot of potential in this room. Don't waste it. Stay focused and continue to do well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kenneth, for your thoughts and remarks this evening. When I introduced Kenneth, you heard me state that he was the class president. So Kenneth is a hard worker, and while he was not valedictorian or salutatorian, he figured out a way to get up on stage for graduation. And we were just sharing while he was speaking, probably one of the most memorable graduation speeches you'll ever hear. And you can find that on YouTube. I don't know how many hits it has, Kenneth. But you left a mark then, and you've certainly left a mark today. We congratulate you on your success to date. We're very proud of you, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to come back home and share some words of wisdom with some former students as well. And I know Mr. Harris is very proud, principal of Phoebus High School. Mr. Harris, Kenneth, congratulations to you. Please join me in a round of applause for Mr. Kenneth Ferguson. At this time, it's my pleasure to turn the program over to our Chief of Secondary School Leadership, Dr. Raymond Haynes, for our student recognitions this evening. Dr. Haynes.
Let's give Kenneth another round of applause. He is truly a model for when we talk about graduating, the portrait of a Hampton graduate. Very proud of his accomplishments and excited for the things to come with him as well. So good evening once again. I am Raymond Haynes, Chief of Secondary School Leadership. Before we get into the program and recognize our scholars, I do want to acknowledge the 4 executive high school principals. Mr. Saunders, if you'll raise your hand again at Bethel. Ms. Pollard at the Hampton High School. Dr. Whiteman at Kecoughtan High School. And Mr. Harris at Phoebus High School. Now, I know you all know who they are. I just want you to know who to look at if by some chance I mispronounce some of these names, because they told me how to pronounce each and every one of them. But I do want to give some substance and context before I start speaking. I am a proud Hampton City Schools graduate. I was not a part of this type of ceremony during my time at Phoebus High School, but I do recognize the importance of being a scholar from Hampton City Schools and coming back to give back to our community as well. So this is my second year leading this ceremony. Last year it was virtual, so this is my actual first year face-to-face leading this ceremony. I must say that I am even more humbled by how smart, talented, capable, resilient, courageous, kind, and giving our students are. You are. As a division, we are transforming how we teach and learn to ensure that each of you leaves your high school experience prepared for success in careers, lifelong learning, and life driven by your future interests. When you graduate, you will be the portrait of a Hampton graduate. You will leave Hampton City Schools with the adequate content knowledge to enter your post-secondary opportunity of your choosing, with the career and life skills to navigate your personal and professional journey toward the future you desire. You will leave with the ability to communicate, collaborate, and lead yourself and others toward your definition of success. Most importantly, you will leave with a positive sense of self and self-purpose, grounded in a belief in yourself that you deserve the future you desire, and that within you have what it takes to achieve the future you want. But take a moment, young people, to look at the guests at your table and look around the room. While you have what you need inside of you, we are all here to help you unlock the future you desire. While we are preparing you for life after high school, let's celebrate today the portrait you are and the graduates you are becoming. Our first honorees of the evening are from the freshman academies of each high school, the class of 2025. The young people in the freshman class are exploring their worlds of opportunities, imagining the futures they would like to have, and devising a plan to help them get there. So before we begin, let me give you some directions about how the program will proceed. I'm going to ask that all 4 of the executive high school principals come to the table, and the superintendent, our superintendent, Dr. Jeffrey Smith. So when I call your name, scholars, you'll come up, receive your medal from your executive principal, and you will take a picture with your executive principal and the superintendent. And then you will proceed back to your chairs. Some of you will get up more than once. So, as we begin, holding the position of number 2 in the 9th grade class for the Bethel High School Bruins is Isabel Richardson with a grade point average of 4.41. Isabel is the daughter of Angela and Randall Richardson. She is an active member of the student body, participating in the History Club, Art Club, Girls Club, and the GSA. Isabel has always enjoyed making art and will be able to begin honoring her artistic talents as a student in the Academy of Media, Art, and Design and the Digital Media Pathway. When Isabel is not in the classroom or at club meetings, she enjoys going to the movies and having fun with her friends. Isabel is most proud of herself for maintaining A and AB honor roll throughout her educational career. She attributes much of her success at school to the positive teachers and activities that have influenced her outlook and her life. There are 2 students who share the honor of being number 2 in the 9th grade class for the Hampton Crabbers. Nishta Rambat and Isabel Mendez both have a grade point average of 4.42. Nishta is a freshman in the pre-IB program. She is also a member of the Key Club. Upon graduating from the Hampton High School, Nishta would love to continue her education at the University of Virginia. Isabella is a freshman in the pre-IB program, also at the Hampton High School, and is a member of the cross-country team. Outside of school, Isabella is a tutor and has her own dog walking business. After high school, she plans to attend Virginia Commonwealth University with the goal of becoming a cardiologist. Holding the number 2 position in the 9th grade class for the Kecoughtan High School Warriors is Piper Gilley with a grade point average of 4.41. Piper encourages those around her to be the best that they can be and assists them whenever they need help. Some interesting facts about Piper: she has broken her arm 5 times. In her spare time, Piper likes to read. She loves being with friends and her family. She is passionate about fine arts and pursuing a career in that field. She enjoys acting, playing the violin, and singing. Piper looks up to her mother, who has always been her biggest supporter, and reminds her to put her mental health first, and has always had her back. There are 2 students who share the honor of being number 2 in the 9th grade class for the Phoebus High School Phantoms. Robert Beach and Xavier Massey Endong have a grade point average of 4.41. Robert has committed himself to making a difference by doing things he really cares about. He volunteers as a member of the Civil Air Patrol, which allows him to take part in search and rescue missions. He is currently a Cadet Chief Master Sergeant. Robert volunteers each week as an animal caretaker at Bluebird Gap Farm. He cares deeply about animals and volunteering there allows him to work with and help many different breeds. His goal is to attend college after high school and become a veterinarian. Robert is a first-degree Dan black belt in karate and loves Italian food. The motto that he tries to live by is by Ralph Waldo Emerson: "Don't be pushed by your problems, be led by your dreams." He likes to read, play sports, spend time with his family and friends, listen to music, play video games, and be around animals. Robert looks up to his parents. Both have done jobs that show they care about people. They make sure they're always there for him and give advice to make him the best version of himself. They're very supportive in everything he does. Xavier volunteers at different community and social events. He is an awesome athlete who plays football and basketball. The words he lives by are from his dad, which are observe, think, and act. In his free time, Xavier likes to play sports and socialize with his friends. He is passionately curious about technology and teleportation. Xavier looks up to Elon Musk because even through all his fame and worth, he still manages to be a calm, collected person. He also looks up to Kobe Bryant because of his work ethic on and off the court. I did forget to say, you might hear me enunciate a little bit louder when colleges are mentioned that I attended. I attended Christopher Newport University, Norfolk State University, Old Dominion University, and the University of Virginia. So I might have a different inflection in my voice. Sorry, Mayor Tuck, if I don't have the same excitement when we say Duke. Continuing with the class of 2025, we recognize Nevaeh Singleton, who holds the #1 position in the 9th grade class at Bethel High School. She has a cumulative grade point average of 4.44. Nevaeh is the daughter of Shaniqua Davies and Reuben Singleton. Nevaeh is growing her knowledge of medicine through the Governor's Health Sciences Academy and the Therapeutic Services Pathway. Her career goal is to become an adolescent psychologist. Nevaeh feels that if she can help young people identify their challenges, she can also help them build resiliency. After school, Nevaeh can be seen cheering for her favorite athletes, the Bruins of Bethel High School. She is most proud that she is academically gifted and can actually flip. Normani Brombaugh holds the spot of #1 in the 9th grade class at the Hampton High School with a grade point average of 4.44. Normani is a freshman in the pre-IB program and a member of the Key Club. She is the recipient of the President's Award for Educational Excellence and a volunteer with the nonprofit organization BAPS, which aims to express a spirit of selfless service through health awareness, educational services, humanitarian relief, environmental protection and preservation, and community empowerment. There are 3 students being recognized as having the highest grade point average in the 9th grade class at Kecoughtan High School. Willard Davenport, Paige LaRoche, and Eliza Summerfield have a grade point average of 4.42. Willard demonstrates kindness and helps others when they have challenges in school. Currently, he plans to attend Virginia Commonwealth University or Georgia Tech after graduating from high school and will major in architectural engineering. Willard likes musical theater and playing the piano. In his free time, Willard likes to spend time with friends and family. He is passionate about music and loves listening to different genres. The person Willard admires most is his mother because she is a very successful woman and can be professional and efficient while still remaining kind and considerate. Paige leads by being a good example of time management and by being involved. She helps children overcome their fears and teaches them to have a strong work ethic by coaching them in gymnastics. Her goal after high school is to attend a university and work toward becoming a criminal investigator. A fun fact about Paige is that she has been an aerial arts performer for 10 years, performing across the Commonwealth at various festivals, ceremonies, and events. In addition to aerial arts, Paige also participates in dance, Kecoughtan varsity soccer, and the Kecoughtan Touch of Jade show choir. Paige looks up to her mom, who she describes as a very inspirational person who has a big impact on her life because she is very brave and trustworthy and can be counted on for everything. Eliza makes a difference in people's lives by offering to help in any way that she can, such as helping friends with schoolwork, babysitting her younger cousins, or just helping around the house. She plays field hockey and loves baking, traveling and spending time with friends and family, and most importantly, the band One Direction. Eliza admires her great-grandmother, Ozora, who was born in 1925, because she has lived through many hard times and has always persevered and come out stronger on the other side. After high school, Eliza plans on attending college in New York and studying either law or aviation. Rounding out our class of 2025, we recognize Phoebus Phantoms Owen Smith and Robert Staton III for having the #1 position in 9th grade with a grade point average of 4.45. Owen lives by the phrase, never give up. He demonstrates compassion for others by helping the elderly with their lawn care, pet care, and odd jobs. His favorite animal is the giraffe. He has an interest in cybersecurity and enjoys helping others, listening to music, rock climbing, playing the drums, bowling, and drawing. He has a good support system from his family members. He especially looks up to his mom because he admires her kindness, patience, strength, and unconditional love. She is always there for Owen and would do anything to help him succeed. Robert Staton III is a wonderful student and awesome athlete. After high school, Robert would like to pursue a degree in either architecture, health and physical education, or finance. His motto is, if you start something, you have to finish it. Robert is very active in his local church, participating in the youth ministry, and he can sing. In his free time, he loves to find new ways to make money, both now and in the future. He is very passionate about basketball, in which his position is shooting guard. He has remained successful during the pandemic by keeping his head high and staying positive. Someone that Robert looks up to is his shero, his mother, because she is the strongest, most loving, and most dedicated person in this whole entire universe. The sophomore class of 2024, holding the position of #2 in the sophomore class at the home of academic excellence, Bethel High School, is Amaya Cooper with a grade point average of 4.37. Amaya, the daughter of Sasha and Maurice Cooper, is a proud student ambassador in the Governor's Health Science Academy at Bethel High School. As a member of the Diagnostic Services Pathway, Amaya enjoys the experiences in what she participates. Amaya's curiosity in science is what has influenced her decision to become a nurse practitioner or progressive care unit nurse. Jalea Gary Williams is #2 in the Hampton High School sophomore class with a grade point average of 4.41. When asked what she would like us to know about her, Jalea said, I would like the large crowd of strangers to know that I am a young woman who is continuously learning, loving, and living. While I may not be doing as much as I can right now in terms of pushing myself to the limit, I can guarantee that in the future, my schedule will be filled with noteworthy events and beneficial challenges and opportunities. Moreover, I am the only girl and oldest of 4 children. I have aspirations of being some sort of artist in the future, with working in the field of technology, research, science, or computer science as a backup. I dream of traveling the world at least getting out of the United States. While I may not be good at it, I love trying random recipes. I'm currently learning and will continue to learn Spanish with hopes of soon teaching myself Korean, or Japanese. And I'm still making mistakes and improving from them. In her spare time, Jalea enjoys drawing and painting. Number 2 in the Kecoughtan High School 10th grade class with a grade point average of 4.38, Bera Koklu and Chandler Lilly. Bera enjoys exercising, reading books, and writing stories. He is bilingual and a member of the Kecoughtan High School marching band. He is passionate about tinkering with computers and self-improvement and enjoys worrying about the future and stressing himself out for absolutely no reason at all. Bera admires a lot of people, but especially his parents, because they are so wildly different and quirky. They support him, and he admires so many of their qualities. Chandler tries to make sure that everyone is included and treats them how he would want to be treated. His current plan is to get a Christian leadership in church ministry and youth ministry degree from Liberty University and then attend a graduate seminary. Chandler is in the Kecoughtan High School marching band and enjoys reading, writing, studying, teaching, watching TV classics, as well as hanging out with friends and volunteering for service projects with his church and in the community, and reading the Bible. Chandler admires his parents. They have taught him how to live a life that serves others. He looks up to them because they've had failures that he can learn from and successes that he can aim for. From Phoebus High School, we recognize Katalia Bowie as number two in the 10th grade class with a 4.4 grade point average. Katalia is pursuing an associate's degree in the Academy of the College Experience. Katalia is unsure about her post-secondary plans. However, she is striving towards higher education with the ultimate career goal of becoming either a teacher or a zookeeper/zoologist. She appreciates the beauty in everything and enjoys taking pictures of things that she finds beautiful. Katalia believes that you can do whatever you put your mind to and that second chances are worthwhile. She believes in being kind to all people, even if they've wronged you in some way. Katalia likes to read, watch movies, hang out with friends, take naps, and spend time with her family. She enjoys reading and writing, specifically poetry. Painting and creative activities are also two of her favorite pastimes. Katalia has participated in many volunteer and community service activities to include laying wreaths at fallen soldiers' graves. She's also open to helping others. Katalia looks up to her mom because she is always under a lot of stress from work, but still makes time for her family. Katalia shared that her mother always amazes her with her capacity to care for people, and Katalia hopes to be a little like her as she becomes her own person. So I have it down as not in attendance, but continuing with the class of 2024, we recognize Bethel High School student Brianna Webb as the number 1 student in the sophomore class with a grade point average of 4.38. Brianna is the daughter of Miss Alicia Newton. Brianna enjoys her classes as a member of the Governor's Health Science Academy. She enjoys the classroom activities and participating in academy excursions. Brianna's favorite subject is math, and her post-secondary aspirations include attending Radford University and then the Eastern Virginia Medical School to become an orthopedic surgeon. When Brianna is not in the classroom, she volunteers her time with the Special Olympics, animals playing games, and hanging out with family and friends. Sonata Mountainovich is being recognized as the number 1 student in the Crabber class of 2024 with a 4.44 grade point average. Sonata is new to the Hampton High School, hailing from a 4-year stay in Europe. She is currently a student in the pre-IB program and a member of the Hampton High School soccer team. In addition to playing soccer, Sonata enjoys skiing and horseback riding. Her plans for After high school include attending Johns Hopkins University, where she will study to become a surgeon. Sophia Yeshtakina of Kecoughtan High School is being recognized as the #1 student in the 10th grade class with a grade point average of 4.42. Sophia tries to keep herself and her peers in check with grades and assignments. She tries to be an example to those around her. After high school, Sophia plans to attend an in-state college to earn a bachelor's degree in psychology. Her ultimate goal is to become an FBI agent as a profiler or agent in the behavior analysis unit. She is a very big thrill seeker and an extrovert. One of her favorite things to do is to go to amusement parks and ride the scariest roller coasters. In her free time, she tries to read as much as possible. She enjoys listening to music and is very passionate about her future, planning it to be the best of her ability. Sophia looks up to the women in her life. They are successful in their chosen careers and respected by their peers. Sophia's goal is to gain respect and admiration from the people around her, just like they have. The number one in the Phoebus High School class of 2024 is Christian Washington with a grade point average of 4.44. Christian is pursuing an associate's degree in the Academy of the College Experience. Christian jokingly says that act first and think later. Perfectly describes his impulsive, emotionally driven character. He is passionate about his grades in school and maintaining great relationships with peers. He is also set on improving himself physically, with sports and working out being some of his favorite things to do. While Christian has not participated in out-of-school service work, he uses his knowledge to help other students reach their goals. Christian looks up to his father because he is able to chase his own dreams while still having time for his family. Number 2 in the 11th grade class at Bethel High School is Madison Vanaras with a grade point average of 4.42. Madison is a future veterinarian. A future veterinarian is the daughter of Lori and Greg Vanaras. She is a student in the Governor's Health Sciences Academy and the Diagnostic Services Pathway. Of all the subjects Madison has taken in school, math remains her favorite. When she is not doing schoolwork or homework, Madison likes to play video games and enjoy her friends. She shares that a significant event that shaped her attitude toward learning was the impact of COVID-19. Through the pandemic, Madison was able to identify her strengths and refine her adaptability skills. This hard work and commitment to excellence was also cultivated through participation with the Girl Scouts of America. Madison has completed all requirements and earned the honor of being a senior Girl Scout. Also not in attendance, number 2 in the Hampton High School class of 2022 is Ethan Alfonzo with a grade point average of 4.5. Ethan holds various leadership roles to include being this year's junior class president. He is also a member of the Hampton High School Marching Band, Principals Advisory and Consulting Team, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and is an international baccalaureate student. Ethan is always looking for ways to improve both in the community and personally. He is a strong advocate for others and provides insightful feedback and suggestions. Number 2 in the Kecoughtan High School junior class is Ilyas Shokri with a grade point average of 4.6. Ilyas makes a difference in other people's lives by helping whenever needed. He likes to memorize random things such as the world map and periodic table. He likes Thai food, going on nature hikes, cooking, and watching YouTube videos. He is passionate about learning new things for the betterment of society and wants to pursue a degree in biochemistry so that he can work towards a career in developing cures to major diseases. Ilyas admires anyone who has made a groundbreaking achievement in their respective field because of how much hard work and dedication it takes to truly succeed. Number 2 in the Phoebus High School junior class is Ayat Bhumati with a grade point average of 4.47. Ayat is on track to earn her associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College in her senior year. Ayat enjoys socializing as well as volunteering to assist her peers and community at different events and functions. Ayat has served as a student ambassador for the Academy of the College Experience at Phoebus High School and recently represented Phoebus at the annual Hampton City Schools Community Priorities Workshop. Ayat is also an athlete and avid supporter of soccer. If she is not on the field, she can quickly be spotted on the sidelines cheering on her teammates. Andrew Pexton is ranked number 1 in the junior class at Bethel High School with a grade point average of 4.44. Andrew is the son of Keisha Anderson and a student in the Academy of Transportation, Analytics, Information, and Logistics in the programming pathway. Andrew is growing his academic skill set so that he can one day enjoy a career in the field of aviation. Andrew's favorite subject is history, and he enjoys dual enrollment courses. He is most proud of his A average since 7th grade and hopes to attend the Massachusetts Institute of Technology after graduation. Also not attending, Muhammad Al-Safar is being recognized as the number 1 student in the junior class of the Hampton High School with a grade point average of 4.51. Muhammad has a passion for music and plays many instruments. He enjoys playing different sports, including soccer. He desires to go into the medical field, creating a name for himself as a surgeon. Muhammad loves food and spreading happiness wherever he can. Muhammad is a strong advocate for himself and for those around him, which serves him well in his role as the student representative on the Hampton City Schools School Board. His bravery to speak up when he has a question is noted by many within the Hampton High School community. Muhammad is always searching for ways to grow his knowledge in an effort to shape himself into the student he knows that he can be. Hannah Bunting is ranked number 1 in the junior class at Kecoughtan High School. With a grade point average of 4.68. Hannah hopes to change people's lives through her work as a swim instructor. Her goal is to teach young children the valuable life skill of swimming so that they may be able to save themselves in a life or death situation or possibly find a love for swimming as she did. Her long-term goal is to become a neurologist. Hannah enjoys completing puzzles and brain teasers, hanging out with her 2 dogs, and building Legos. In her free time, Hannah plays with her dogs, exercises, and binge watches TV. She is passionate about government and sports, which is why she enjoys participating in youth in government model judiciary and General Assembly programs, as well as being a member of the Kecoughtan varsity field hockey and swim teams. Hannah's mother is the person she most admires. Her mother is confident and determined when completing a task or facing adversity, as well as a great and supportive mother. Hannah hopes to be like her when she is older. Ariana Rose is ranked number 1 in the junior class at Phoebus High School with a grade point average of 4.48. Ariana is on track to earn her associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College during her senior year. Following high school, Ariana plans to attend a 4-year college or university. Ariana loves cats, even the ones in the zoo. She writes her own poetry and has recently been getting into Sherlock Holmes books. In regards to extracurricular activities, Ariana participates in the Girl Scouts and has been a member since kindergarten. Ariana is passionate about writing. Ariana does not admire or look up to anyone in particular, but she does admire those who decide to follow their own dreams despite the consequences. She says, "I've always been scared to step out of my comfort zone, and seeing others do just that inspires me to do the same." Now, for the senior class of 2022. We will now recognize the seniors and soon-to-be portraits of a Hampton graduate from each high school for their outstanding SAT and ACT scores. Let me put this into perspective. The highest SAT score you can get, I believe, is a 1600. The highest ACT score you can get is a 37. From Kecoughtan High School, we congratulate George Vasilikopoulos. Did I get it right, George? George, did I get it right, the last name? All right. I can't tell you how many times I practiced it with the entire staff. With a grade point average of 4.6 and an SAT score of 1530. Whether it comes to academic studies in the classroom or other athletic or extracurricular activities, George tries to instill confidence and success in himself and those around him. His plans are to attend a 4-year university, majoring in experimental nuclear and particle physics, working towards researching in labs and participating in experiments. This year, George worked at Jefferson Lab as a part of a mentorship experience where he learned about and modeled electron-ion collider detectors. George is a member and serves as a soccer referee in the Peninsula Soccer Officials Association, Central Virginia Soccer Referee Association, and the Tidewater Soccer Referee Association. His parents and extended family are from Greece. In his free time, George enjoys playing and watching sports, especially soccer. He has played for multiple club teams and currently plays for his high school's varsity team. Along with playing soccer competitively, George likes exercising, biking around the neighborhood, and playing table tennis with his younger brother. He also enjoys playing video games and played for his school's esports team last fall. George takes pride in being successful while learning relevant knowledge. The person George admires and learns the most from is his dad. He has worked hard to come from his situation in Greece to attend graduate school and become a United States citizen. He has taught George many lessons about the various life experiences he faced. He is very knowledgeable and an intelligent person who tries his best to guide George in life in order to make him the best possible version of himself. Continuing with the Warriors of Kecoughtan High School, Julia Brady has a grade point average of 4.4, an ACT score of 35, and an SAT score of 1450. Julia works at 3 local pools and volunteers regularly. She plays viola and cello and is passionate about playing and composing classical music. Julia is quite passionate about STEM and seeks to have a career in a science field. She currently holds a mentorship at Christopher Newport University, in which she is estimating the age of the interrupted fern using polymerase chain reaction. She likes to work out, play music, go shopping, cook, go to parties, watch movies, and travel. Julia admires the women in STEM with whom she works closely at the Governor's School and Christopher Newport University. She also looks up to her music teacher for her kindness and talent, and her friends in college who have the opportunity to travel to cool places. Julia has decided to become a Hokie and will be attending Virginia Tech University in the fall with plans to major in chemistry and mathematics. Also, from the place where everyday greatness is the expectation, we recognize Eric Price. Eric Price has a 4.45 grade point average, an ACT score of 34, and a 1400 SAT. Eric has lived in 8 different places. He looks for opportunities to serve and uplift people. He likes to go to Busch Gardens, read, and travel. He loves learning about history, especially military and aviation history. Eric's plan is to attend a 4-year university where he will major in architecture and participate in the Air Force ROTC. After college graduation, Eric plans to become an officer in the Air Force and an Air Force pilot. He already has his pilot's license. Wow. Eric looks up to his parents because they have been great examples and have been supportive of him all his life. Eric will attend the University of Maryland at College Park in the fall. From the Hampton High School, we congratulate Dylan Haynes on his 4.29 grade point average and 1390 SAT score. Dylan began his high school career in the pre-international baccalaureate program at the Hampton High School. In his junior year, he joined the Governor's School for Science and Technology in the engineering strand of study. Dylan loves to learn and enjoys a challenge. His enthusiasm for growth goes beyond the classroom to the soccer field. Dylan is captain of the Hampton High School soccer team and plays in a travel league. Dylan will take his talents to North Carolina State University in the fall as he joins the Wolfpack. You thought I was going to say Duke. Kecoughtan warrior William Owen Butler is being recognized for his 4.6 grade point average and 1370 SAT score. Owen feels that just having a good attitude around people brightens their days. He enjoys playing baseball, watching TV, and helping others. In the fall, Owen will join the tribe at the College of William and Mary and begin his path to becoming a cardiologist. Kieran Morales of Kecoughtan High School is being recognized for his 3.8 grade point average and 1370 SAT score. Kieran is a strong leader in the Kecoughtan Marching Band. He was percussion captain this past year and helped guide the section through rehearsals and performances. He is passionate about music and strives for excellence in the classroom at every opportunity. He enjoys helping his peers learn the material. He gets along really well with the other students in the band. Kieran is also a proud member of the Touch of Jade show choir. Kieran has chosen to be a Duke in the fall as he begins his college career at James Madison University. I knew I'd get you going with that one, Mr. Mayor. That's why I did that pause. Micaiah Brashears from the home of academic excellence is being recognized for her 4.29 grade point average and 1330 SAT score. Micaiah is the daughter of Abby and Matthew Brashears. She engaged with Bethel High School student body as a member of the varsity swim team, Scholastic Bowl, and the Model United Nations. Micaiah is a student in the Governor's Health Science Academy in the Therapeutic Services pathway. Her goal of becoming a pediatrician is influenced by the love she has for her sister. In school, she enjoys math. After school, Micaiah enjoys hanging out with her friends and taking pictures. Micaiah will be attending the University of Kentucky in the fall. Go Wildcats! Not in attendance, congratulations to the Hampton Crabber Muhammad Fezullah on obtaining a 4.38 grade point average and 1330 SAT score. Muhammad is a high school senior who is respectful, disciplined, and driven. He has been taking college credit courses since the 9th grade. Over the years, Muhammad has managed to keep an A average and has an excellent attendance record. He has countless volunteer hours through several community service projects. Muhammad plans to go into the nuclear propulsion program in the United States Navy upon graduating high school. Continuing with the Hampton Crabbers, Maria Karnak is recognized for her 4.51 grade point average and 1300 SAT score. Maria began attending an accelerated learning program in the 3rd grade and continued in high school by joining the International Baccalaureate program at the Hampton High. Although the work is difficult at times, Maria has been able to maintain a balance between school work and extracurriculars. Maria has been in the marching band for all 4 years and earned the distinct honor of being named drum major in her senior year. Maria has also been involved with numerous clubs and honor societies, as well as volunteer work through the Creativity Action Service, or CAS, component of IB. Maria has great interest in art and plans on becoming a teacher after college. She says, "I hope that by becoming an educator, I can inspire my students like so many teachers have inspired me." Maria will be found on the grounds at the University of Virginia in the fall. Showing greatness every day, every way, Phoebus Phantom Jericho Nicely has a grade point average of 4.59 and an SAT score of 1300. Jericho received her associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College last week and looks forward to receiving her high school diploma in June. During her free time, Jericho enjoys socializing with her friends and loved ones, reading fiction, writing poetry, researching historical events, and volunteering. Jericho has volunteered as a youth group leader for 1-year-old to 5th grade students at Water's Edge Church and Ascent Church. She also has helped with several community service projects through her role as president of the National Honor Society and when she was honored Queen of Bethel 13 in Jobs Daughters International. Jericho's favorite quote is J.R.R. Tolkien's, "Not all those who wander are lost." These words are really powerful to Jericho as it means that every path one takes in life is a journey, and people don't have to have everything planned out in order to succeed. According to Jericho, spontaneity is actually good for you. Jericho admires Misha Collins because he overcame a difficult childhood to grow into a wonderful young man and actor. Now he gives back to his community through his charity foundation, Random Acts. Jericho aspires to be a philanthropist as an adult. In the fall, Jericho will be attending the University of Virginia as a political science major. Also demonstrating greatness every day, every way, Phantom Rudra Patel has a grade point average of 3.91 and an SAT score of 1300. While enrolled in high school, Rudra has always selected a rigorous course load. Rudra is a hardworking student with a clear vision for the future. Also, while enrolled in high school, Rudra continued to progress academically while participating in extracurricular activities. He is and has been involved in the following extracurricular programs and activities: Student Advisory Board and BAPS. While volunteering with BAPS, I practiced this. Swaminarayan Mandir, he helped to organize fundraisers. Rudra also maintained employment with the community to help financially support his family and goals. Rudra received his associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College last week and will begin his pursuit in a career in the dentistry field at Old Dominion University in the fall. From Bethel High School, we congratulate Cheyenne Alvarez, graduating with a 4.09 grade point average and an SAT score of 1270. Cheyenne is the daughter of Juanita Shaw and an outstanding member of our Bethel community. Her academic career included being a student in the Governor's Health Sciences Academy and the Therapeutic Services Pathway. Her desire to save lives is what influenced her decision to become a pediatrician or pediatric surgeon. Although Cheyenne enjoys science and the hands-on labs in biology, she has a love of history. Cheyenne will join the tribe at the College of William and Mary in the fall. Phoebus Phantom Jordan Foster is being recognized for having a 4.24 grade point average and a 1270 SAT score. Jordan has excelled academically while taking on additional responsibilities within the school and community. Jordan is not afraid to take academic risks to challenge himself. While attending high school, Jordan enrolled in honors level, advanced placement, and dual enrollment courses. He successfully completed college credit courses at Harvard University during the summer months, and also in courses at the Governor's School for Science and Technology with a focus on biological sciences. In light of his demanding workload, Jordan has never wavered from maintaining his focus, drive, and determination. Jordan has greatly enriched the Phoebus High School learning community by engaging in several extracurricular activities all throughout his high school career. He is and has been included in several programs and activities at Phoebus High, to include varsity soccer, DECA, Spanish club, and the varsity volleyball team. Jordan practices karate and has earned many awards and medals. He is also a productive member of our community by volunteering at local food banks and nonprofit organizations to assist families in need. Jordan has demonstrated tremendous effort and growth throughout high school and continues to make positive contributions to our learning community and beyond. Jordan received his Associates of Science degree last week from Thomas Nelson Community College and will be attending the College of William and Mary in the fall. Bethel Bruin Connor Pate is recognized for his 4.07 grade point average and 1270 SAT score. Connor is the son of Sharon Court Pate and Wade Pate, whose career goal has always been to become either a Navy SEAL or a naval flight pilot. When younger, Connor attended space camp at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center and enjoyed learning about the Naval Academy. Connor earned induction into the National Honor Society and is a gifted athlete in football and track. When Connor is not in class or on the field, he volunteers his time with the active Veterans with Answers. Connor will be attending the United States Naval Academy on scholarship in the fall. Deanna White of Bethel High School is recognized for her 4.41 grade point average and 1260 SAT score. Deanna is the daughter of Ramona and Derek White and a student in the Academy for Transportation, Analytics, Information, and Logistics in the Business Management pathway. Although Deanna's favorite subject is math, she is also a competitive dancer at the Academy of Dance and Gymnastics. Deanna's academic accomplishments allowed her to be inducted into the National Honor Society and her positive relationships with peers allowed her to be elected to the office of secretary. Deanna enjoyed the moments in her classes when learning was fun. After school, she enjoys spending time with friends. She leaves Bethel High School feeling proud about the fundraiser she organized, creating care packages for homeless individuals. Deanna will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall. Continuing with the home of academic excellence, we recognize Naya Roberts Dove for her 4.33 grade point average, 1250 SAT score, and 26 ACT. Naya Dove is the daughter of Takenya Roberts and a student in the Governor's Health Sciences Academy. This future aerospace engineer was influenced by the experiences shared with her by her mother, who actually works at NASA. It was there that Sanaya developed her love for space flight and rocket ships. Sanaya enjoyed socializing at school as she excelled in math. Her athleticism and positive peer relationships allowed her to earn the title of captain of the varsity cheerleading team. Sanaya is most proud of herself for earning a full ride scholarship. Sanaya will be attending Virginia State University in the fall. Phoebus Phantom Isaac Sorrow is our next award recipient. Isaac is being recognized for his 1250 SAT score. Although this is Isaac's first year as a Phoebus Phantom, he arrived ready and willing to excel academically. Isaac's motto is to work smarter and harder. I had to double check that, and that was accurate. He said work smarter and harder. During his free time, he enjoys playing video games, reading, coding, building, working out, drilling, and generally socializing. Isaac also tutors his friends when time permits and has accumulated over 100 hours of volunteer service this school year alone with the ROTC program. Isaac is passionate about anything military related and improving the lives of those he meets. Isaac plans to attend either Norwich University or enlisting into the United States Marine Corps after high school. From the Hampton High School, we recognize Shay DeGrew, Jr., for his 4.3 grade point average and 1230 SAT score. Shay's academic success can be attributed to his discipline, hard work, and love of learning new things. Since the second grade, Shay knew he wanted to be a doctor. It wasn't until his summer internship with a pediatrician that he found his passion for pediatric care. Shay hopes to operate his own pediatric practice one day. Shay has decided to join the captains and attend Christopher Newport University in the fall. Bethel Bruin Elena Diaz is recognized for her 4.35 grade point average and 1230 SAT score. Elena is the daughter of Mr. Sylvester Diaz. She is actively engaged with her community and school. Elena spends her time away from her studies with the Hampton Youth Commission, Bethel High Ambassador Program, serving as a freshman mentor in the jazz band and chorus. She also advocates to lower the age of the Sheriff's Department deputy program so that more citizens can become change agents. Elena is a student in the Academy for Law and Public Safety and the Law and Legal Studies pathway, and has a desire to serve her community as a guardian ad litem. Elena will become a Ram in the fall and will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University. Hampton Crabber Jana Issa is recognized for her 4.51 grade point average and 1230 SAT score. Jana is a student in the IB program at the Hampton High School and also wears multiple leadership hats, such as captain of the varsity soccer team, captain of the forensics team, treasurer of the Science National Honor Society, public relations officer of senior class, IB student ambassador, and member of the Spanish Rho Kappa and National Honor Societies. Jana will be attending Northwestern University with her twin brother in the fall. The legacy of excellence continues as we recognize the Hampton High's Morgan Simmons. Morgan is a senior in the IB program. She has won first place in Virginia for virtual business, personal finance, and DECA. Morgan serves as vice president of Rho Kappa, manager of the varsity girls soccer team, member of the principal's advising and consulting team, secretary of German Honor Society, and co-founder and leader of the IB's senior PBL assignment of a meditation wheel garden. When asked what she would like everyone to know about her, she states, "It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to earn the grades and awards that I have received. I would love to say that this is a unique quality that I possess, but I know anyone can do it if they set their mind to it. It's just about having a goal in mind and doing everything in your power to meet and even surpass them." Morgan will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall. Bethel Bruin Joseph Stanley is recognized for his 3.49 grade point average and 1230 SAT score. Joseph is the son of the supportive Stephanie and Joseph Chris Stanley. Joseph is a student in the Academy of Law and Public Safety and the Law Enforcement Pathway. As a student at Bethel High School, Joseph rose through the ranks of the Army Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps program and earned the distinction of being a member of the battalion staff and the Raiders. Joseph has a multitude of career interests and will begin his post-secondary career at Thomas Nelson Community College and then will transition to Virginia Commonwealth University. Phoebus Phantom Doralee Sapoli is recognized for her 4.47 grade point average and 1190 SAT score. While attending high school, Doralee has continued to challenge herself by enrolling in honors level, advanced placement, and dual enrollment courses. In light of her demanding workload, Doralee has never wavered from maintaining her focus, drive, and determination. Doralee is a talented writer. In fact, she was a finalist for the 2021 National Youth Poet Laureate of Hampton Roads. In regards to extracurricular activities, Doralee participates in the drama club and plays softball. Doralee has received an associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College and will attend Colgate University in the fall. We will now recognize our salutatorians in the class of 2022. Bethel High School salutatorian for the class of 2022 is Jessica Fan. Jessica has a grade point average of 4.52 and an SAT score of 1370. Jessica is a student in the Governor's Health Sciences Academy, as well as the Governor's School for Science and Technology. Her career goal is to become a physician's assistant. When asked what she will miss most after graduation, I need Mr. Saunders to help me out with this, she shared that she will miss the morning announcements the most because Mr. Saunders reminded students every day that they were at the Jessica is most proud of herself for managing her academics through the pandemic and hopes Her graduation from high school makes her parents proud. Jessica has decided that she will be a Ram. She will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University in the fall. The salutatorian for the Hampton High School class of 2022 is Nasir Issa, graduating with a grade point average of 4.58 and an SAT score of 1360. Nasir is a candidate for the IB diploma. Nasir is the president of the Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society, vice president of the National Honor Society, a member of the Science National Honor Society, and the German Honor Society. Nasir is also a member of the varsity soccer team. In addition to his many roles within the Hampton High School community, Nasir also serves in the greater community as a member of the Hampton Youth and Government Commission. In his spare time, Nasir's interests include sports, movies, reading, gaming, and electronics. In the fall, you heard this already because there's a twin over there, Nasir will don the purple and white. He will be attending Northwestern University with his twin sister. Kecoughtan salutatorian for the class of 2022 is Natalie Pera, with a grade point average of 4.63 and an SAT score of 1390. Natalie's favorite way to make a difference in people's lives is to make them smile. She is a strong believer in the idea that a single smile can make someone's entire day a whole lot brighter. Natalie tap dances at Dance Works and volunteers at Riverside Regional Medical Center. She loves animals and being around them. Natalie is the political director for March for Our Lives. In her spare time, she likes to read, crochet, watch Netflix, and prepare for all of her club activities. Natalie is very passionate about leading a change in her generation, shaping the world into one that we can enjoy and love. She is zealous for human rights and opportunistic freedoms. Natalie admires her sister Tiffany the most. She has always been a source of inspiration. Even when things go wrong, she is still able to crack a joke and persevere. She has instilled in Natalie the ideas of fighting for what she believes in and not just accepting things as they are. She is Natalie's best friend and always guides her in the right direction. Natalie will be on the grounds at the University in Virginia in the fall, beginning her degree in the area of neuroscience with a focus on degenerative brain disorders and other mental illnesses. The salutatorian for Phoebus High School is Kayla Wiggins, with a grade point average of 4.61 and a 1260 SAT score. Kayla is extremely passionate about communication. She believes that everyone should be able to communicate with others without boundaries. That is one reason why she wants to become a polyglot, someone who knows and uses several languages so that she can provide therapy to people with communication disorders. I had to look that up, trust me. Kayla lives by a quote from Aikido founder Morihei Ueshiba. Failure is the key to success. Each mistake teaches us something. Kayla reports that she is a big proponent of failure because failure is not necessarily the end of a battle. During her free time, Kayla enjoys playing soccer, knitting, and crocheting. She also loves watching cartoons, spending a lot of time with her mom and friends, and also watching a lot of foreign content. Kayla frequently volunteers at her church and elementary schools in the Hampton Roads area. She also does a lot of volunteer work at Phoebus High School. In regards to role models, Kayla strongly admires her mother. I've seen her at her worst and her best, but regardless of how she feels, she is still so humble and always helps others around her. She has a lot of strength and integrity, and on top of that, she is incredibly intelligent. Last week, Kayla graduated with an associate's degree from Thomas Nelson Community College. She will be attending Old Dominion University in the fall, pursuing a double major in speech and language pathology and audiology and world languages and cultures with a minor in Spanish. We will now recognize the valedictorians from the class of 2022. The 2022 valedictorian for Bethel High School is Andrew Kwong, graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.68 and a 1540 SAT score. Andrew is the son of Nicole Lynn and David Kwong. Andrew developed an interest in science and research and was able to contribute to projects developed by Dr. William Moore at Hampton University. Andrew is proud to be a Hampton City Schools graduate and shares that the support he receives from his peers is what spurs his commitment to excellence. Out of all his academic accolades, the achievement Andrew is proudest of is being the second valedictorian in his family. Andrew will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall. The 2022 valedictorian for the Hampton High School is Emily Epstein. Emily has a cumulative grade point average of 4.59 and a 1280 SAT score. Emily is a senior in the International Baccalaureate program at the Hampton High School. She enjoys engaging in her school community as president of the Science National Honor Society and a member of the French National Honor Society. Outside of school, Emily has acted as a summer volunteer and student ambassador at Riverside Regional Medical Center, working with both students and patients. She has also volunteered regularly for several years with the ARC Organization of Greater Williamsburg, which aids developmentally disabled adults. Emily's work with the incredible individuals at the ARC has led her to develop a passion for psychology with a goal of contributing to a greater understanding of mental disorders and their treatment. She hopes to pursue this goal while attending the University of Virginia in the fall. The valedictorian of Kecoughtan High School class of 2022 is Madison Wilhelm, graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.67 and a 1450 SAT score. This year, Madison juggled 3 jobs, working as a swim instructor, working at a smoothie store, and being a babysitter. She enjoyed the opportunity that she had to encourage kids and teach them to swim. Madison is also on the student leadership team at her church and helps to make the student ministry a more welcoming place. In her free time, Madison enjoys reading books, walking her dog, and rock climbing. She is passionate about learning about new cultures, which is what led her to the decision to study global studies in college. Madison admires her grandmother for her kindness and selflessness and is glad to follow her in her footsteps because she was also honored as valedictorian of her graduating class. Madison will be attending Liberty University in the fall and plans to double major in global studies and business administration. The valedictorian for the Phoebus Phantoms class of 2022 is Samantha Champion, with a 4.64 grade point average and 1210 SAT score. Samantha volunteers a few times a month with her church's child care ministry and has also volunteered at swim meets. She enjoys spending time with her friends, being with her cat, and trying new things. Most of all, Samantha loves playing field hockey and just being outside. Samantha finds nature to be really peaceful. and enjoys taking in the silence. A fun fact about Samantha is that she played in a Disney field hockey tournament, and her team won second place for their bracket. Samantha believes that everything will eventually be okay because knowing things will eventually turn around is a good way to let go of her tough moments. Samantha does not really look up to anyone, but she is inspired to try her best from her parents. They have never pressured her to be her best, but to actually do her best. Samantha's goal is to major in engineering, and she hopes to double major in mathematics. Samantha earned her associate's degree in science from Thomas Nelson Community College on May 16th. In the fall, Samantha will be attending Sweetbriar College to continue her studies and to play field hockey at the Division III level. Please help me congratulate all of our award recipients with one more round of applause. I am in awe of their accomplishments thus far, and even more encouraged by all the great things that they have to come. We are proud to be along with you in this journey as a division and community. Loved ones, I know you must sit back and look at your young person, smile from ear to ear, and whisper to yourself, wow, I have done a pretty stellar job. I hope that you then proceed to pat yourself on the back. As a parent myself, I also know what a wonderful young person you have. I also know that a wonderful young person may have you wanting, and don't laugh at me when I say this, wanting to pull out your own hair. Mine is gone from time to time, but look at your investment, actually. It is truly paying off. This young person is your legacy, your portrait of a Hampton graduate. This person is because of you. So we sincerely hope that you pause, smile, and pat yourselves on the back from time to time because you certainly deserve it. So parents, let's give our parents a round of applause for their love and support as well. As you can imagine, it takes a lot to coordinate a celebration like this, so I want to thank those who have been behind the scenes bringing this special evening together. Our Director of Student Development and Counseling, Ms. Carla Mon, please stand. Student Development and Counseling Secretary, Ms. Stephanie Grantham, please stand. My financial officer in the Office of Secondary School Leadership, Ms. Joy Charbonneau. Also in my office, the Academies of Hampton Project Planner, Ms. Sharon Dixon. Is she here? Hampton City Schools Public Relations Specialist, Ms. Carolyn Bowers. And last but certainly not least, Hampton City Schools photographer, Mr. Maurice Rogers. Who has promised to do all he can to make me look halfway decent in the pictures that he has taken. Thank you again for a wonderful evening. I would now like to invite our award-winning visionary leader, Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Smith, for this evening's closing remarks.
Let's give Dr. Haynes an absolute hand. Thank you for doing an outstanding job, and we greatly appreciate you. Let me say, certainly to the members of the Hampton City school board and our mayor and members of city council, students and family members, good evening to each of you, and what an absolute pleasure it is for us to be here. This is an absolute exceptional occasion. So again, let's give all of our young people a hand as we recognize them. As Dr. Haynes has already said, I am super impressed with the accomplishments of these outstanding scholars. While the future is certainly upon us, and there are a lot of uncertainties as we confront and face the future, but I have absolute confidence in these scholars to know that we will be in good hands. Outstanding. Thank you for that. And so, young people, I really want you to know that we, as members of the Hampton, certainly community, the learning community, that we are so proud of all of your accomplishments, and that collectively we must make the commitment to tell the story. If we don't tell the story, if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? And I think that it's important for us to tell the stories about these young people and their accomplishments, tell the stories about the fact that they have attained 4.0 GPAs and higher. And I think that we need to tell the story and the stories about the universities, colleges, the branches of military, and other post-secondary experiences with which these young people will engage. Let us go forth and tell the stories. These stories are worthy because they represent who we are and our mission in Hampton City Schools, because it is about academic excellence for every child, every day, whatever it takes. And so we say to you as young people, again, that we're proud of you. To family members who are present, thank you for all that you have done and what you will continue to do to support these young people. Thank you for that. And certainly to the community at large, we're grateful for you and your commitment and investment as well. It has been an absolute pleasure to share this time with you, and I wish for all of you nothing but the absolute best. Please have a wonderful evening. Thank you.